Hello and welcome to Motorshed, the new channel designed with the car enthusiast at heart. My name is Steve Fox. No, not that Steve Fox. I'm a motor enthusiast from the UK, and I've decided to combine my passion for motoring, that's cars and bikes, with my love of tech. So, seems like the perfect thing really. My aim will be to get myself into as many cool cars as humanly possible to bring you guys some truly incredible content. I can give you a few guarantees as to some of the content I'll be bringing you over the next few weeks and months. The closest will be the Goodwood Festival of Speed, from which I'll be able to bring you some great content, I am sure. We also have a trip to Las Vegas, where I'll be driving a Porsche 911 convertible through some pretty awesome scenery. As well as that, I'm just going to be going about the country trying to get myself into as many cool cars as I can, so that I can film them and bring you guys something interesting. So, you have to start somewhere. So I'm going to be giving you a review of my own car. 2013 Jaguar XJ 3-litre twin-turbo diesel Portfolio. It's not your average run-of-the-mill car, so it's still pretty interesting. And indeed, if you've clicked on this video because you're interested in buying, this is definitely the video for you. Cue the music! So, the first thing you notice about the XJ is the smell. They do smell fantastic. Dead cows. The second thing you notice is just how beautiful the interior is. You slide into the soft leather heated and cooled seats, and you just look around at some of the materials. I mean, this soft fabric on the pillars, and the really nice stitched leather all the way around, followed by this contoured wood veneer, polished, which goes all the way around the front of the car into the door cards. Looks really nice. With the Meridian sound system, plenty of speakers dotted around to give you a fantastic quality sound. It's just everywhere you look, just really nice touches. These vents, they're designed to look like aeroplane engines. They just feel really nice quality, and they look the business. We'll take it for a drive, shall we? So, as the steering wheel slides down to greet you, and the gear selector rises from the centre console, see how busy it is today on a Sunday morning. So we'll go for top trump stats first then, shall we? 275 brake horsepower, 444 foot-pounds of torque. That will propel you from 0 to 60 in around about 6 seconds. Let's have a go. Pretty speedy for a car of this size. It's got a aluminium chassis, which makes the car weigh 1800 kilograms in total, which is pretty light for a car of this size. I mean, it is a big car. It's 5.1 meters in length, it's 2.1 meters wide. So just to put that into perspective, that's longer than a full fat Range Rover and almost as wide. So by saloon car standards, that's really big, and this isn't even the long wheelbase model, that's even longer. The advantage there is having extra leg room for your rear passengers, but doesn't really need it. I've had full-size adults in the back of this plenty times and have never complained about leg room. Although when you drive it, it doesn't actually feel like a big car. The only time you tend to notice it is when parking. With stingy spaces, you do struggle to fit in, lengthwise mainly, but widthwise the doors are really good. I find them quite easy to get out of. I've come from a two-door coupe where the doors were absolutely humongous, and I used to find it a real struggle getting out of that whenever I went. Not just because I'm a fat lad either, it's genuinely difficult to get out of a BMW 3 Series coupe. But the doors are really good. Visibility, fantastic up front. If you're reversing, however, not as good. On the passenger shelf, the parcel shelf, sorry, I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of a lip which accommodates the brake light in the middle of the car, which kind of obscures a lot of your view. Also, the pillars at the back are really large, so you do rely heavily on the reversing camera and your mirrors. So that setup all combined, and the parking sensors do really help you out. Really busy for a Sunday morning, I have to say. Gun it. Not how XJs are supposed to be driven. So who buys XJs anyway? I mean, I'm mid-30s. I don't fit the demographic for this car at all. The majority of people that buy an XJ would be in their 50s and 60s, fairly successful, usually men. And I do get admiring glances from those types of people. The car gets admiring glances from those types of people. So why they buy these, I don't know, and why the younger generation don't typically. I don't conform to conventional buying patterns, so that's why I have one. But there's absolutely no reason not to buy one if you're in your 20s, 30s. I chose this because I wanted a bit more practicality. I wanted 4 doors, a bit more space in the boot, and you know, just so I can comfortably waft around the country with my mates in the back with no complaints. So the gearbox could be better. It's a bit slow to change gear sometimes when you need it. When you're motoring along, it's absolutely fine, but if you're sat at a busy island and gaps are sparse and you need to gun it, you might not get the response that you require at that time. So you kind of have to think one step ahead and have your foot on the accelerator a little before you need it, which can be a dangerous game. But if you fail, you end up looking like a complete tit. So I hear you ask, why didn't I get the 5-litre V8 petrol supercharged? A very, 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 very simple reason for that, and it's money. If you look at Auto Trader for 3 or 4 year old cars, if that's where your budget is, you look at the 3-litre twin turbo diesel, which is what this is, compared to the petrol, and you'll see that the petrol is about twice as expensive. They've really held the value compared to the diesels, and it's not just because everybody's down on diesels at the minute, it's something else. I don't know. I think they're a bit more desirable car. You know, if you've got the money to spend on an XJ from new, you're going to spend that extra and go for the V8 if you're any sort of petrol head. But for me, I really wanted an XJ. I considered a lot of cars and just couldn't afford the petrol, unfortunately. But I would love the petrol. They make a nice noise, and it just really completes the XJ experience. So the interior is pretty well equipped. You've got plenty to keep you entertained in here. Loads of cubby holes to store your biscuits and Haribos, your change, some nice cup holders. This has the Meridian sound system, which is a very good system, I have to say. Makes everything sound fantastic, from classical waltz to dubstep. All sounds amazing. The only thing I found that sounds awful in it is grime, though. Grime just sounds awful on this stereo. I'm not sure why. So yeah, really plenty of stuff in here. You've got the full LED screen in front of you. The satellite navigation will populate into one of your dials as well to help you out, so you can't miss directions. You've got nice little touches like this touch sensitive release for the glove box. It's really very nice. So, should you buy a new Jaguar XJ? Yes, definitely. Compare it to its rivals and see what you think. I have to be honest, if you're buying new though, it's hard to ignore the Audi A8 at the minute. That's got a lot of tech on it that is absolutely fantastic. And I'm not sure that the Jaguar can compete. So, new, yes, definitely consider it. But do be prepared to lose. What a dick. She just told me to keep going until I run into a little bucket. So yeah, if you want a new XJ, consider it, but do be prepared to lose as much as a deposit on a house in Cheshire, because they do fall in value. Should you buy a used XJ? Definitely. If you're looking around the 3 to 4, even 5 year mark, I can't see many better options. If you come to the same conclusions as me, it's a great choice. So yeah, definitely consider the XJ if you're buying used. So where the Jag's interior is certainly beautiful, the outside can divide opinion. I personally absolutely love the way it looks, especially the rear end, which is what a lot of people don't like. But while we're on the exterior, I'll just show you a couple of things. It has got keyless entry, which is very convenient. Also soft closed doors, which is always nice, but people will still slam them. At the rear, automatic boot opening and closing, which can be handy when you've got a handful of shopping. So although the floor pan is quite shallow, it is still big enough to fit a full-size adult. That's about it. I hope to be back pretty soon with more interesting stuff to show you. Don't forget, in a couple of weeks I will be going to Goodwood Festival Speed, so that will be some awesome footage, so you want to check that out. Please subscribe if you like what you've seen and you want to see a few more videos from me. Until then, see ya!